Hello, and welcome. If you're here, you're likely caught in the same linguistic web today's New York Times Strands puzzle. A grid of letters, a single clue, and the challenge to find words orbiting a hidden theme. Some days patterns reveal themselves easily. Other days they remain elusive. This video is your guide for the September 3rd, 2025 puzzle. I'll offer hints, nudges, and eventually, the complete answers. The goal is to help you see the logic and appreciate the puzzle's construction. Proceed at your own pace, pausing after each chapter if you need just a hint. Only continue when you're truly stuck or too curious to wait. Let's begin. We begin at the precipice. Today's theme, what's the point? In puzzles, every clue has a point, literally. Think sharp, needle, thorn, knife. The hint is get to the point. Look for words with a physical point. This is your key to unlocking the puzzle. If you're still here, the theme alone was not enough. The letters remain a stubborn mass. Let's move beyond the abstract theme and think about categories. All the words you are looking for can be found in a specific place, a place of creation and mending. Imagine a small, perhaps dusty box. Inside, you find items for joining fabric, for piercing cloth, for fastening things together. It's a place of domestic utility, but also one of precision. Every item within this conceptual box serves a purpose, and nearly all of them are sharp. They are tools for a specific craft, one that has been practiced for centuries. Think of the act of sewing. What do you need? You need thread, of course, but the thread is useless without the tools to guide it. You need things to hold the fabric in place while you work. You need things to make the initial holes. All of these items are answers hidden in the grid. The puzzle is not just about things with points. It's about a very specific collection of things with points. This collection is not random. It's curated. The puzzle creator has gathered a family of related objects. Your task is to identify the family. I have already given you the setting, a sewing kit, a haberdashery, a tailor's workshop. The words you are looking for are the essential instruments of this trade. They are small, often metallic, and indispensable for the craft. Let this image guide your search. Picture the items laid out on a piece of dark velvet. See their metallic glint under a lamp. What are they called? If you have pressed play, you are ready for the first answer. The first piece of the puzzle to fall into place, creating a foothold from which we can conquer the rest. The first word, hidden within the grid, is needle, N-E-E-D-L-E. A classic quintessential tool for sewing. It is the very definition of an object with a point, designed expressly to pierce material and carry thread through it. Finding this word on the grid is your first victory. Trace its path. See how the letters connect, winding their way through the jumble. Once you highlight it, the board will confirm your success, and those letters will be locked in, colored in blue. This provides a new kind of clarity. The remaining letters are now slightly less chaotic. You have carved out a small piece of territory for yourself. The word needle fits our theme perfectly. When someone asks, what's the point, a needle is a literal and perfect answer. Its entire function is predicated on its point. It also fits our more specific nudge. It is the star player in any sewing kit. Without a needle, the act of sewing is practically impossible. It is the primary instrument. Its presence confirms our theory. We are indeed looking for sewing implements. The puzzle's theme is not a philosophical trap, but a clever riddle pointing us toward a haberdasher's inventory. The word needle is the cornerstone. It's the proof of concept. Now that we have it, we know with certainty what we are looking for. Welcome back. With needle firmly in place, let's uncover the second answer. This next item is often used in conjunction with a needle, but for a different purpose. It's not for stitching, but for holding. The second word hidden in the grid is pin, P-I-N, a simple three-letter word, but an absolutely essential component of any sewing project. A pin, like a needle, has a sharp point. Its job is to temporarily fasten pieces of fabric together, holding them in place for more permanent stitching. It perfectly matches our theme. What's the point? The point of a pin is, quite literally, its point. Without it, it's just a tiny, useless piece of metal. It's another direct, literal answer to the puzzle's central question. Locate the word pin on your grid. It might be tucked away in a corner, or its short length might make it easy to overlook. But it's there. Once you highlight PIN, the letters will turn blue, joining needle as a solved part of the puzzle. 2 words down. The grid becomes clearer still. The remaining letters are fewer, the possibilities more limited. The relationship between a needle and a pin is symbiotic. One holds, the other joins. Chapter 5. The Protective Shield. Let us proceed to the third answer. We found the tools that pierce and hold, but what about the tool that protects? Working with needles and pins carries an inherent risk of pricking oneself. The third word addresses this directly. The answer is thimble. Thimble. This small, pitted cap, worn on the finger, is a sewer's shield. Now, you might be thinking, what's the point of a thimble? It doesn't have a sharp point like a needle or a pin. This is where the puzzle's cleverness expands. The theme, what's the point, can also be interpreted as, what's the purpose? The purpose or the point of a thimble is to protect your finger from the point of the needle. It belongs in the set because its entire existence is defined by the other pointed objects. It's a brilliant addition to the theme, forcing us to think just a little bit outside the box we had constructed. We were focused on things that a point, but the theme is broad enough to include things that with a point. Thimble is the perfect example. It's an essential part of the sewing kit, and its function is inextricably linked to the theme. Find the word thimble on your grid. It's a longer word, which can sometimes make it easier to spot. Trace the path of its 7 letters. Chapter 6. The Final Fastener. We are nearing the end of our search for the theme words. With 3 answers found, the fourth and final one should be coming into focus. This last item is another type of fastener, similar in function to a pin, but often used for more heavy-duty or decorative purposes. The final theme word is tack, T-A-C-K. A tack, particularly an upholstery tack or a thumbtack, has a short, sharp point and a broad head. It fits our original, literal interpretation of the theme perfectly. It has a point. It's used to fasten things. While you might not find it in every small sewing kit, it belongs to the broader world of fastening and upholstery, which is closely related to sewing. Its inclusion makes perfect sense. Find tack on the grid. It's another short word like pin and can be easy to miss. Search the remaining letters for that T-A-C-K sequence. Once you highlight it, the board will chime in success one last time for the theme words. All 4 answers, needle, pin, thimble, and tack, are now revealed and colored blue. The set is complete. We have a piercer, needle, a temporary fastener, pin, a protector, thimble, and a more robust fastener, tack. Chapter 7. The Thread That Binds. And now, for the final reveal, the answer that stretches across the entire grid, touching 2 opposite sides and explaining the entire puzzle. This is the spangram. The spangram is the meta answer, the theme made explicit. It is the thread that binds all our other words together. For today's puzzle, the spangram is sewing kit. Trace its path across the board, S-E-W-I-N-G-K-I-T. It will snake its way from one edge of the puzzle to the other, a long, winding word that perfectly encapsulates our theme. Once you highlight it, the entire grid will light up in yellow, and the puzzle will be officially complete. The animation of confetti is your reward, a small digital celebration of your intellectual victory. The spangram sewing kit is the ultimate confirmation of our deductions. It's the answer to the nudge I gave you in Chapter 2. I told you to think about a specific place, a box containing these items. That box was, of course, a sewing kit. The spangram lays it bare, leaving no room for doubt. Look at how it all fits together. The theme was, what's the point? The answers were needle, pin, thimble, and tack. And the spangram that ties them all together is sewing kit. And with that, the September 3rd Strands puzzle is solved. Thank you for joining me on this little expedition through the twists and turns of today's grid. I hope that whether you needed just a small nudge or the full solution, this walkthrough was helpful and perhaps even a little enjoyable. The goal is not just to find the answers, but to appreciate the craft of the puzzle itself and to sharpen our own minds for the next challenge that awaits us. These daily rituals, these small moments of focus and clarity, can be a strange sort of comfort in a chaotic world. If you found this guide useful, I would appreciate it if you would leave a like on the video and consider subscribing to the channel. I'll be back here every day, dissecting the latest Strands puzzle, offering my own brand of guidance to help you navigate its complexities. Your support helps this channel continue to exist, and for that, I am grateful. We are a small community of puzzle solvers, and it's a pleasure to be a part of it with you. Until tomorrow, stay sharp.